Hey, how you doing? It's Tim. I'm giving you a little message here that the Lord has been talking to me a lot about lately, and it's a lot about with the church and the ministries out there. That ever since my wife had kicked me out, put me on the streets. It's a long story in itself, so I'm not going to go into it. But I've been out here, and Lord did give me a little place to stay. But I've been also out here on the streets, just when I get off work, helping out as the Lord leads, meeting a lot of the homeless people out here. I've been trying to offer and help out with people with work that are willing, and really trying to make an impact and see what the Holy Spirit's wanting to happen down here. I'm not really trying to make any moves without God trying to show me and lead me and show me what He wants. And so I've been a lot of the ministries out here downtown in St. Louis, and I got to tell you, the Lord has been showing me that He is so unpleased, um, you know, with with what they're doing. I mean, there's so much money racked up into all these ministries and all these outreach programs, and that with all the money that they use and that they're giving these people the place and give them these high-paying salary jobs of hundreds of thousands of dollars, that there's still such a huge homeless problem. And the Lord led me, and I'm working with a brother. I'll probably have him share some stuff about it, what God has given him, his insight, because he just got out. Well, he's still, he's been on the streets for the last couple months now, and he's just terribly displeased. There's more of a situation that these ministries and everything, instead of actually helping the people get off the streets, they're trying to make it more comfortable for them to continue living the way they are, with giving them all the food and the clothing donations, and giving them all the support to stay on the streets and not to actually get them jobs, and not to actually make jobs, and not to actually get them the help that they really need to get up and be proactive about life, proactive to help themselves, and get a job and earn a living, instead of just it handed to them, instead of them just relying on someone else, or relying on this program, relying on I mean, just as much as the ministries go to, they definitely get it from the controlled system of the government, which is, the government trying to get everybody to be so dependent on them, so they can just, squander all the things that they give to everybody, and use at their own pleasure. And I just wanted to share that God's not happy. He is, with so much resources being wasted and not used properly, that God had me start this business 3 years ago, just cutting lawns, doing a little bit of landscaping, and with my homelessness and my sacrifice of not being able to provide a home, trying to just build the business, I've been able to create enough work and enough equipment to save up to hire 1.5 people. I got a guy full time with me now, and I got another guy. He's part time, and that's just in the third year. And I can only imagine what God can do in just a couple more years. How many other people that are on these streets that they can feel a lot better about themselves, and just take away a lot of the oppression that goes in the chains that goes with being on these streets, because they feel like they're not worthy enough to be helped, and just to know that someone's looking out there for them, and wanting to give them work, wanting to say, hey, if you're willing to work hard, and I'm patient, very patient with them. I'm very workable with them. I help out to the best of what I can, and give everything I can. And eventually down the road, housing, work, And also, to help out the other people that are in need with food and clothing. I mean, I'm not discrediting that it's completely wrong, but I am saying that it is so overdone that it has become an expectancy, and all that expectancy has led to a dependency. And now these people are so dependent on these things out here that they have lost any willfulness in themselves to even go get a job. And we need to stop that dependency right now, and we need to start helping these people feel like they are somebody in society, and that they are a person, and that they aren't just a scum of downtown St. Louis just burdening everybody. And people need to stop the panhandling. Just it's old. And also the ministries just continuing to give everything out. It's old. We need to change the system. The power of the Lord isn't even in these ministries anymore, because it is so squandered by the ways of the world. It's ridiculous. There's no glory given to God. I mean, even drunks and homosexuals and drug addicts, they give things to people. I mean, giving is not all that hard, and you can't really even say that's much of always a good thing in the long run. Especially this short-term giving is really hurting a lot of people, and it's been hurting people for decades now. Probably, who knows? I'm not even going to put a time, but it's been hurting people for a long time. Things need to change. You'll hear more about it. Hoping to do some videos on these different things. A lot of churches aren't really liking me right now for some reason. I'm just trying to, really help the bigger picture here, and they just want to keep doing what they're doing, and they're not seeing the bigger picture to truly help an individual out, and they're just so filled with fulfilling themselves at giving to make themselves feel good and puff themselves up to feel so proud. And they're not really thinking about the person who they're giving to. Is it really going to help them in their life? Do they even know the person's name? Are they really getting to know? Do they know where they live? Do they know their true needs? Is the need really for clothing? Or maybe the need that they really need is some genuine love to show that they are cared as a citizen and cared as a person. And maybe we need to get deeper down into a relationship, building relationships, and not neglect these people. Take these people in, because if the church was acting like the church, there would be no such thing as a homeless person downtown anywhere. They would all be taken care of. They would all be housed, and it is sickening to see the church not act like the church. And they want to claim that they love Jesus so much, but have nothing to do with him or act like him. And it's just a big show, a big game of pleasing themselves, competition with the other ministries and organizations. And they're not working together either to truly solve the problem. They're keeping the problem and just promoting the problem so they get more income to try and solve a problem that they're not solving, but so they can make more money off of the problem. And wow, just wrap your mind around that and think about it. I love you guys. God bless. And I pray that Jesus opens your eyes to more of his truth. Love you.